Hello.
That's an inside joke. If somebody comes on here that we know, they know what the Queen was doing right now. Good afternoon, everybody out there in Facebook land. What do you really call this stuff? Internet, Twitter, Twatter.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff like that.
Right.
But anyway, good afternoon, everybody.
We'll see if anybody starts joining us.
We're just trying to wait for some people to join in.
Join in, right. We have a topic this afternoon.
Yes, as I'm waiting, look what I got. Got my rum chata. Now, I'm not no alcoholic, because I know y'all think. Every time I get on here, I'm talking about rum chata. I'm not no alcoholic. I only drink usually just maybe on the weekend if I drink then.
Yeah, the Queen doesn't really drink that much. Okay. And,
so anyway, let's get started here.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to wait for people to join in. Maybe everybody busy. Maybe everybody out getting their essentials today.
Sure, that's good.
And that's good.
You'll look at it later. Maybe a demand was shouted out last week. Back by popular demand, chatting with the Belcher'S.
Yeah. So my husband came up with
the idea. Let me get close.
That due to the popular demand. Request that we would do it. So anyway, our topic today is how are you coping with the pandemic? Okay?
And just a second. A pandemic, for people who possibly may not know, the definition is an outbreak of a disease that affects a lot of people over a large area. And the pandemic that we're going through right now with the, what kind of virus you going to call it, Queen?
Canola virus, but it's actually I call it canola because y'all know I'm a comedian. But it's called the corona. I know what it's called. But then some people say it's not a virus. Some people is blaming it on 5G. And I guess I'm not educated in no 5G, but a lot of your technology, they said, is connected to this 5G. And this 5G gets into your system, whereas your system is not designed to handle the radiation that's in the technology, like your phone, your TVs, your microwaves, and all of that. And they're putting up all of these cell towers around the world, and that's causing people to get sick. Now, I don't know. I don't know if it's 5G, if it's canola, whatever it is, it's killing people. That's what my focus is. It seems to be killing people, okay? And I know a couple people that know a couple people that this have killed, so.
Yeah, that's not good. And my deal on whatever it is, it's a serious thing, and it's hurting people, okay? Now, but let me say this. I am not a doctor. Anything that I say or anything the Queen says, I can make this statement. If you feel that you're not well or you're having symptoms about something, please contact your medical professionals, okay? And let it go from there. But your health and our concern for your health is great, especially our friends and relatives. So anyway,
if you don't
I'll say it again probably before we're done.
And if you don't have a medical doctor, then I would suggest you call your emergency room, your closest emergency room. Call them first. Just don't show up. Call them and give them your symptoms, because the way I understand it, emergency room cannot refuse you treatment. But call first if you are having those symptoms. Because I know last couple of weeks, I've been having like a runny nose and a scratchy throat. So I've been doing things over here to boost my immune system. I've been gargling with Listerine. My husband bought some the other day. Warm salt water. And I take my temperature every day. And right now my temperature is running 96.3 to about 96.9. So as long as that temperature don't go up, I understand that I'm good.
Yes.
So that's a suggestion for you guys to do also.
Plus, we who do have primary care physicians, getting back to the Queen, she was a little nervous about this stuff, like anybody would be, I think. She called her primary care physician And she did. I'm laughing because she showed me something this morning on this thing that was crazy. She called her personal care physician on the phone. What do you call that when
they hooked it up like a telecommunication where I could see her on the other end and my physician could see me. I'm glad I didn't have a gynecology problem because I would have had to back that thing up so she could see that on the computer. Like that picture I put on my Facebook page this morning.
That's what I'm talking about. Anybody who saw that, okay? Again, for anybody who just joined us, the topic today is, how are you coping with the pandemic situation that we have going on through this country and also throughout the world? And hopefully we'll be able to bring a little bit of levity also to this situation, but it's a serious thing, and please take it that way.
And please let us know, chime in and let us know, how are you coping? What are you doing? I know what I try to do daily, and my husband also, we try to take a walk, okay? We can't do it every day due to the weather, but we do it in the home. When we can't go out, like this morning, for instance, I got up, I put my sneakers on and my workout clothes, and I walked for 45 minutes. I didn't plan to walk that far, but I usually put on my headset and I listen to my smooth jazz, and it got good to me. Plus, I be talking to myself and everything, telling jokes to myself. It got good to me, and I looked up, I had done 45 minutes without even thinking about it. So I walk around the house. I did 20 laps up and down the steps. That's good for my cardiovascular system, going up and down those steps. So when we can't go out due to weather, we walk around the house. I have weights that I lift, and I have a ski machine and a treadmill. So, but you don't need all of that stuff. You can just walk. So, and I try to eat right. I try to eat right.
And she does. Now, a few things I do while she's thinking about other things that she does. Okay. I walk around the house a little bit, go up and down the stairs a little bit, and also I stretch. And we try to, do the things that we can do to keep ourselves as, fit as we can, all right? And also, one thing that we do too, we encourage each other by saying positive things to each other to ensure that she stays mentally healthy and I stay mentally healthy, because I need her encouragement and she needs my encouragement also.
And y'all know I'm about crazy as a mother bucker. Now, this is one thing that me and my husband do every morning when we get up. This is what we say to each other. Good morning. I love you. I need you. I'm glad I'm married to you. I'm sorry. You're handsome, or you're beautiful, whatever he says to me. We say that every morning. It's like an affirmation to each other. And it keeps us encouraged. So that means I don't have to say none of that stuff the rest of the day.
I know it. But what I took on doing is I also try to send her that positive message via text, even though we live in the same house, every afternoon. And I say, good afternoon. I love you. I'm glad I'm married to you. I need you. And also all those other things that she said about, she's a classy, good-looking honey too. But what I also try to say to her every day is, we will get through this together.
Because this is something else. This pandemic is something that we have never, ever faced.
No.
I think the last pandemic that hit, I don't know if it was the world or just the United States, was in 1918. Well, I wasn't even a thought in my parents' mind back in 1918. So none of us have experienced this. Whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, I'm not arguing with nobody, whether it's 5G, whether it's the corona, I know what it's called, virus, or whatever it is. I'm not trying to argue with nobody, and I can't get my mind all wrapped around all of these conspiracy theories, because then that'll drive you crazy. So whatever it is, just be safe and follow the directions, in my humble opinion, of staying home unless you have to go out for essentials. And I don't know those that see me last week, I made a biohazard suit where I put on 2 garbage bags, one on the bottom, one at the top, with it covered around my head. If you ain't got a mask, then use not a tampon.
Panty liner.
Or panty liner, or Kotex, or some Depends, or some your husband or your man's drawers, or your wife or your girlfriend's drawers. Wrap a scarf. You can wrap this scarf around your face. Cover your eyes. They say put glasses on so that if somebody sneezes or coughs, them droplets won't get in your eyes.
Sure.
Because the virus can travel through your eyes, through your nose, or through your mouth. So cover up before you go out of here, and don't stay out there long. Just go get what you need to get and bring yourself on back home.
Absolutely. And wash your hands.
Wash your hands before you go. Wash your face before you go. When you come in, wash your hands. Matter of fact, when we come in with essentials, I have bleach water in a bucket in my garage. And I wipe down everything in my garage that I have purchased before I bring it into our home. Because I don't know what's lingering. Like, let me say this.
Right ahead.
I know I be saying everything. Look, I asked a friend of mine that works at a big chain store here in Toledo, why don't the cashiers and the people that are stocking the shelves, I didn't see but maybe one of them in that whole big old store with a mask on. And I'm like, why don't they have on masks? And I've been in other stores, the cashiers aren't wearing masks, the people that are stocking the shelves aren't wearing masks. So it started me to question, like, what's going on what do they know that I don't know? Because like the conspiracy theorists are saying, some of this stuff, I don't know, has been blown out of proportion. Somebody know things that we don't know. I don't know, but I'm just not taking a chance on it.
Well,
I'm not taking a chance. Good afternoon, Jacinda.
Because my beautiful bride and I, we're in the high-risk district. High risk category.
We have underlying conditions.
Yes. And it's just not making good sense to expose yourself unnecessarily. You don't want to make anybody sick in case you might have mild symptoms and you are positive for this virus. But you sure in the hell don't want someone making you sick and bringing it into your house, even though it's just me and my queen here at our place. A lot of you have families. A lot of you are working in the supply chain to keep these things going. A lot of you are in health workers, or you know someone who is, and you don't want anybody getting sick.
No,
no. Let me also, because we're PSA, but we'll get back to levity a little bit too. We live here in Ohio, and even though our governor is an R and I'm a D, I think he and his staff are doing a great job, okay? He's calm when he comes on to explain information. So is Dr. Acton and also the lieutenant governor. And I appreciate that because I don't think that we should scare people unnecessarily, but we do owe people the truth. And the truth will be what it is when this thing is all played out.
He's so calm at telling the truth. He's not all excited. This is Governor DeWine, our Ohio governor.
I'm glad you mentioned his name.
He's not all excited and scaring us half to death and scaring the hell out of us.
Right.
He's so calm, but he gives us the facts as he knows them, and so does Dr. Acton. They don't like sugarcoat the truth. They tell the truth as they know it.
And that's absolutely a great thing. Now, I'm going to also add this part. All the things that they're ramping up to try to make sure that they have the people and the facilities and the equipment on hand in case this thing does peak to help us, okay? I hope they don't need one extra bed. I hope they don't need one extra ventilator. I hope they don't need one extra mask. And believe me, all the naysayers out there, they're going to give them all kind of hell and all of that. But I'll tell you what, look at the numbers in Michigan, which is the state next to us, and look at our state. Our governor jumped on this thing early.
Yeah, he jumped on it from the get-go.
And again, we're not trying to tell people what to do, because I'll repeat it again. I am not a doctor, but I got some common sense, okay? This thing seems to be airborne, okay? And therefore, it can get on you, all right? So anywho.
Hey, Yolanda Richardson. You know Poochie's auntie, Yolanda. Sweet Pea, I think. Yeah.
Sweet meat.
Yeah,
okay, she said hello?
Yeah, she said hello. But anyway, me and my husband, we got up this morning because we like to lay in the bed and chat before we get out.
Yeah.
You know, just sort of, love up on each other, whatever. And I was telling him that about the conspiracy theories, but one thing that I was telling him was about our health, okay? For those that know, I am, hey Sharon, baby, that's my girl. For those that know, I am a type 2 diabetic. That's why I have an underlying condition. My husband has a blood disorder, which that's his underlying condition. So I was telling my husband this morning, I was diagnosed 10 years ago with this type 2 diabetes. Oh, I had a pity party for 3 days. Oh, I don't deserve this and blah, 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 blah. My mother died from complications of diabetes. But after 3 days, I made up in my mind, I'm going to change my lifestyle. I don't want to go down the road my mother went down. So I lost 55 pounds, you guys. Now, yeah, I'll put back 10 back on, but usually if I get to about 10 more back on, I start tightening up my diet so I can get that off. But I was telling my husband this morning, just think had I stayed like that. Had I stayed, not went to the doctor, not been diagnosed, my diabetes 10 years ago would have been a lot worse today. And who knows, when I went out a couple of times for essentials, who knows, due to my health circumstance with diabetes, that had I not changed my lifestyle, that I could have maybe contacted this disease, okay, no matter what it is. So, I used to be one to eat. I didn't eat so much pig feet. You know, I was young when I was eating pig's ass and tails and shit.
Tony, we're going to give you some levity with this too, okay?
And it's probably been about 10, 15 years since I ate a chitlin and a hog maw. But I used to eat that shit. Chitlins. I used to eat chitlins. I did. My husband did. I'd stand up over that sink and clean them bad boys thoroughly. But we have given that stuff up. Hey, Tracy. That's my sister-in-law, y'all. We have given up them chitlins. I've given up pig's feet and ears and tails and shit. I've given that up. Now, somebody might say, well, you eat bacon and sausages.
Not every day.
I don't eat it every day. Well, I guess they can say they don't eat chitlins every day.
Well, there you go.
There you go. But I have made a conscious decision and effort to change my lifestyle, because had I not changed it, who knows? With this disease coming down the pipe, because the way I understand it, some of us as black folks, and white folks is getting it too, we are getting it because of our lifestyle. We are obese, and there's, all races that obese, but a lot of times we don't go to the doctor due to our economical circumstances to get ourselves checked out. We don't have the means. So it seems like this thing, according to some of the doctors, are jumping on people that lifestyles are rampant. They're not eating well. They're obese. I could stand probably to lose another 10, 15 pounds. I imagine my doctor would say I'm still obese. But I'm giving it an effort. I just don't sit up and gorge myself like I used to and eat a half a cake and a half a pie. I used to eat that shit. And I used to eat whole bags of Snicker bars and everything. I used to eat bad. But now I have incorporated into me and my husband's diet healthier choices like fruits and vegetables. I don't eat meat every day. I might eat meat about twice a week, but I don't eat it every day. So that's what we're doing to try to help ourselves. Now, it ain't to say that I'll drop dead tomorrow of something, but I at least gave it an effort. You know what I mean? I gave it an effort. I did the best I could.
Plus, two, we're here for each other, okay?
Yes.
And another thing that, speaking about things that you do to get through this period, okay? One thing that I try to do, and the Queen does too, we try to stay in touch with loved ones, okay? Now, you young folks out there, y'all don't like talking on the phone, and I had to accept that. So therefore, I text my grandchildren, okay? And if I get a response out of half of y'all, I'm happy. I will call my sister, my favorite sister who lives in Toledo here. She talks on the phone with me, and we text a little bit. And also, my other favorite sister that lives in North Carolina, she, as a matter of fact, she called, Saturday? Earlier this week. Happy to hear from her and text her, okay? And please, when you reach out to friends and loved ones or whatever, if someone reaches out to you, at least if you just text them back and say, I'm good, okay, cool.
Yeah,
all right? Don't respond when they send you something, because that's someone saying to you, I care about you. But again, I know that there's family differences. I got some too, all right?
Yeah, we all got issues. Matter of fact, I put on my
Facebook
page about maybe 2 weeks ago, we all have issues. We all have ups and downs in the family.
Sure.
But with this pandemic going on, I think you should probably try to reach out to those that you haven't reached out to in a while. Now, they might not reach back, but you just do your part, because you can't change nobody on this earth but yourself.
I like that.
And so I reached out to a few people. I'm like, you know what? One of us, or more than one of us, might not be here in a month or a day or a week or next year. So do you want to leave this planet and go someplace else? I don't know where we're going when we die. But do you want to leave this planet with leaving somebody with what am I looking for the word? Some kind of
you don't want to leave right. You don't want to leave on a bad terms with somebody.
People gonna feel guilty.
They're
gonna feel guilty because if you leave on bad terms, somebody, I guarantee you, they're gonna be saying, "I wish I shoulda, coulda."
Sure.
All of that, I know because I've experienced it.
Sure.
And I've experienced it. And I a lot of my relatives and things that have died, I did the best I could. I don't. Now this is what I do. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been known to hold grudges. Oh hell yes.
I didn't give you the Belcher look.
Yeah, you know to give the Belcher look. You know that Belcher look. Tracy, you know that Belcher look. Your daddy used to give your mama. Well, your brother gives it to me now. So anyway, that James Belcher look. But anyway, see, when he say something, he throw my brain off.
I'm sorry. You said
I
you hold grudges.
Oh yeah, I've been one to hold grudges. Hell yes. Somebody make me mad, damn it, I'm mad. But I'm not one to hold grudges for years and years and years. Some people, I know somebody didn't speak to their daddy for 10 years. How can you not speak to your daddy for 10 years? Oh, I don't know how children cannot speak to their parents any longer than about a month. Now, in a month, you ought to be able to figure that shit out. Figure it out. But with this pandemic going on, all this foolishness is going to have to
Yeah, right.
stop.
You
one of us could be dead.
You know, the Queen and I both, she's got a book of her thoughts about a rum chata, forgiveness, okay?
Yeah. Look.
I'm okay, good.
That's what I'm drinking, y'all.
That's
I ain't no alcoholic.
Right, she just takes a sip or whatever every once in a while. And I'm reading my book on forgiveness, all right? And, but again, personal, I'm not close enough or what?
Yeah,
personal
cut off.
Preference, but this is what I believe too, okay? Fear and anger destroys the inner self. And Sharon Jeffries, thank you for that comment. That's what we do try to do. We like to laugh a little bit, but we also try to tell you the truth as we see it, you know. And if we can say something that can help anybody out there, please do, okay?
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, because I don't want to die, because they say, whoever they are, that you can only have 10 people at your funeral. Now,
Go ahead.
I need more than 10 people at my funeral. I ain't having 10 little folks looking up there. I might raise up and say some shit. No, I need more than 10 people, because you count my husband, my son might come. You can't tell about these children. My stepchildren, they live out in California. You don't know if they can make it. But you know, they'll count off 10 of y'all if y'all standing outside. I don't want no 10 people at my funeral. So, Sharon, I want you to come to my funeral, baby. I tell them to put you in it, like our friend Ron that passed away. His services was yesterday. Oh, Ron was the best human being, one of the best, besides my husband. He's the best. But I understand they only let 5 to 10 people in that funeral yesterday. Me and Denny couldn't go, and that's one of my husband's best friends. So at 10 o'clock yesterday, I sort of made myself get quiet, just in honor of him. And but that's terrible. I didn't watch the woman on Facebook this morning in Detroit. Her son and her husband died. She stand up there looking at their bodies with a mask on. We ain't used to this. That's why I say, y'all know I'm a suicide advocate for those that know. Because we lost our 25-year-old grandson 3 years ago to suicide. Oh, that broke my heart. My heart still broke. My heart is still broke behind that, because it made me feel like he thought we didn't love him. He checked out of here. But there are people right now that are going through all kind of stuff with not having employment. You done lost your business. You done lost your job. You don't have no money and haven't had none for the last over a month. Oh, and some people ain't got no food in their cupboards. They can't make it up to the stations to go pick up no food. They might not have transportation. And everybody ain't going into the neighborhoods feeding people. My brother, Earl Mack, happened to be going in there to underserved neighborhoods and feeding. But everybody don't have that. So you get to sit around here thinking about that shit.
It can mess with you.
Oh, it can mess with your mind.
It can.
Because sometimes my mind go off in a direction. I'm like, oh, bring my mind back, put it in my head. I got to run and talk to my husband. I was going to see a psychiatrist, but he shut down. Well, he wanted me to come last week. I ain't going out. I ain't going around him either. And my support groups are all shut down. So he the only one that I can talk to right now, except getting on here talking to y'all.
She's got some buddies that she talks to too.
I do.
And I know. Well, I'm here, okay.
I know.
And I have a lot of dear friends, and Ron T. Clark.
Yeah,
is who
they
I'm
said,
speaking
stop it,
of.
Queen.
Yeah, I know.
10 people at your funeral, girl. 10 people at my funeral.
Yes, I know.
You know, I gotta have a whole funeral home full of folk.
Yeah, that's the Queen, and you would, honey. They wouldn't. Yeah.
Tell them stand outside and put a big jumbotron out there. Oh, that's an idea. Tell the funeral homes to put a big jumbotron outside the funeral in the parking lot, so y'all thousands of people can come see the Queen. Y'all can see me up on the jumbotron.
Anyway, I'm not laughing because I'm just her husband. She does say some funny stuff, okay?
Yeah, he wanted to say shit, but he lets me say that. That's damn mental.
Well, right, I know, you will. But the mental aspect of it, especially for us men, don't suffer in silence. Hopefully you got a couple of good friends that you can chop it up with. And again, Ron was that guy to me, but I also got a half a dozen others that are very dear to me, and we can talk about men stuff, but don't suffer in silence.
No, because if you sit up and I just tell him everything that's bothering me in my brain, then, you know, I be getting on his nerve. You know, we in the house together, and as much as I love my husband and as much as he loved me, we've been married 40 plus years, been together almost 50.
Wow. That's a long time.
Oh, Lord have mercy, that's a long time.
And it just keeps getting better.
But sometimes, you know,
I get on her last nerve, she gets on my last nerve.
I be around here complaining, because see, I got OCD or DOB or DCO, whatever that stuff's called. I like things in order and neat. I don't like stuff all over the place and stuff like that.
She does.
So I go in behind. We've been home together forever since we've been locked up in this damn house. And so I go around here looking for shit. Yeah. I don't mean to be looking for it, but if a shoe out of place, then I'm around here grumbling and carrying on.
Right. Now, see, this being...
And we in the house, we ain't got no escape.
Yeah, well, except when we go walking every once in a while and
we got
but see, this is a piece of cake for me. Being a Navy veteran, I was on the USS Bainbridge out on Tonkin Gulf, Yankee Station, Southeast Vietnam.
Used to people.
For over 40 days, okay? We never went into port for 40 days. So this is only, third week?
This is like being in the port with me. Right. He done pulled into port with me. There's no escape. There's no escape out of this house. And we ain't going to go walking by ourselves. I can't get mad and storm off and go walk by myself because I don't want Canola to get me out there. Canola lurking around them corners and things out there. And if I drop dead or something, I'll be out there by myself dead. So we don't go walking by ourselves. You got to go with me.
When Eve said to Adam, do you love me?
Yeah. Let me finish that joke. Yeah. Okay, I got look. Okay, look. I'm talking so fast, Lord have mercy.
I know,
but I got this joke to tell y'all. Let me slow down.
All right, here's the Queen.
Let me slow down. Okay, picture this. The Garden of Eden. You know, the Garden of Eden was Africa, okay? They made two people. Now, some people call them Adam and Eve. Okay, we'll go with Adam and Eve. Okay? They walking around the garden, you know, Adam over there feeding the horses. Was there some horses in Africa? Oh, he's over there feeding the...
Zebras.
He's over there feeding the lions. Okay. I don't think the horses was invented yet.
All right.
And so Eve walking around, he over there minding his own business. Eve got an attitude because he ain't sitting up around her. She over there feeding the ducks or something though. Over there cooking, carrying on. She got in her feelings. You know how we do, ladies. We get in our feelings for no reason. We just wake up and be in our feelings. So there go Eve gonna walk over to Adam where he is over there feeding the zebras. And she gonna look at him and say, Adam, do you love me? And Adam looked at that bitch and said, who else? Who the buck else? Ain't nobody else up here but me and you. Go somewhere and sit your ass down. Go on back over there and feed them ducks and shit.
You got to understand about relationships, too.
I'm going to ask Adam some shit like that. Who else do he love? Ain't nobody else up there.
Sometimes you have to understand, I can't stand you, but I can't stand to be without you also. And
That's just a little joke. That's a
right,
little
little joke. Especially, again, getting back to the topic
That's
for
a
you
funny
folks
joke.
that just
Y'all
came
know that
in.
was funny about Adam and Eve. Sharon,
Right.
where'd you go? I see you just popped back in there.
For you folks that just came on.
Dear, do you love me? Do you love me?
Why, certainly.
That ain't the answer.
Oh, that ain't the answer?
What you gonna say?
No. yes, dear.
He supposed to say who
No,
the fuck?
yeah. See, I know
Zuckerberg.
they're gonna kick me off
Zuckerberg.
here.
I'm sorry. I meant to say who the buck else.
Right.
That menopause. She jumps in there and says,
Right.
Dark.
But again, for you folks, what we're trying to do is give you chatting with the Belcher's, what we're doing to deal with the pandemic that's going
we
on
gotta
right
keep
now.
laughing,
okay?
y'all. You gotta
oh,
keep
absolutely,
laughing,
got to
though.
keep laughing. But there's serious stuff to be
Depressed.
done too. Okay,
You get depressed.
and another thing that I do to try to pass the time. I'm an old movie buff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And any James Bond fans out there besides me? James Bond,
James
007,
Bond.
him too, okay? I've taped,
like
what do you
that,
call it,
Sharon?
DVR, and I put some old James Bonds in there. Sean Connery's my favorite James Bond, but I can handle Pierce Brosnan, okay? And I watch them back, okay? I watch old movies. I saw some cowboy movies. I'm a cowboy guy. And also, since I'm a Navy veteran, I watch military movies too, okay?
But they say, I heard somebody on Facebook say, that just don't sit up and veg out all day and don't get up and move and watch Netflix and Amazon and TV and all that stuff.
Sure.
And let your kids do that because they'll get their minds, for those that don't have computers or whatever in their homes where they can, be hooked up to the teacher and still get their lessons. You can't let your children lay up in the bed. I mean, you can do what you want to do because them is your children.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
glad you
them
said
is your
that.
children.
Because again,
But
we're
for
just
the
giving you
most
our
part,
take.
My take is, my little necklace coming down. My take is, don't let your children lay up in the bed till 1, 2 o'clock, and they just slept all night, and they ain't get no exercise. Then they wake up, go get something to eat, and then they sit up under that TV all day for the rest of the day. And don't do nothing. Okay, Denise, what you say? I need this laugh this morning. Got a lot going on in my home. Baby, I'm glad to give it to you, sweetie.
Absolutely.
And whatever you got going on in your home, Denise Tillman, I hope it works out for you. I hope it works out.
Absolutely.
I hope it ain't none of this pandemic and this canola and none of that kind of junk going on.
Absolutely.
But everybody got something going on. Everybody, like I said on my Facebook page last week, everybody want to go to heaven. Everybody want to go to heaven. Everybody want to go because they done told us it's got streets of gold. We're going to have milk and honey. We're going to say howdy hi and never goodbye. We ain't going to die no more. We ain't going to have no aches and pain. But I'll be damn, ain't nobody trying to get there. I ain't seen nobody I know go out here to these hospitals and volunteer with this canola virus. Everybody trying to find some place to sit down and be because ain't nobody trying to go to heaven.
And again, this is where I will do another public service announcement for you folks just came on.
Hey, Tom.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, that's that rum
Okay.
chowder, girl. Go get you some. That's an essential. That's an essential. When I went out the other day with my husband in my biohazard suit, he had to go by the stove.
My eternal gratitude. Okay, go ahead.
He had to go by the stove because that's an essential.
Go ahead.
That helps my nerves. That helps my nerves.
Right.
And I got something else to help my nerves too. If my nerves get bad, because I'm a senior citizen, I'm an older lady.
Yes.
I know I don't look it.
I know, and
But
she's
I'll be
very
71
classy.
on my next birthday, baby. Ooh, and
she's
we
a-
still bucking. We still bucking.
She's a bad mamma jamma too, and
Bad
she's
mamma
classy.
jamma.
Yeah. But again, and I'll probably say it 2 or 3 times before we get out of here. Let's see. Well, we got
What
another
time
few
is it?
minutes.
Yeah. We can't stay on here too long.
Right.
Y'all gotta say something. He's gonna say something. Don't be on the down low. Come on, we talking to each other.
I am sorry to hear that, Denise.
Oh, your husband is very sick. Oh,
I'm
here's
sorry
some
to
love.
hear that.
Mm,
Absolutely.
Here's some love.
Absolutely.
Here's
And
some
good
love, baby. Here's
wishes.
some love and some hugs. Here's some hugs.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
here's some hugs to your
Okay,
husband.
yes,
Oh.
right. And I hope whatever he's going through, I hope that he does recover, okay?
Yes.
And again, the folks that are out there helping other folks, I'm going to tell you, my eternal gratitude.
Yes,
God
that's
bless you.
something.
Best wishes, because you folks are in the trenches. We appreciate it. But anybody in the supply line, and my 2 sons are in the supply line, okay?
That's Sharon. There
And,
you go. There you go. There you go.
Stop it. I know it's
Okay.
Sharon
Okay.
Jeffries.
Wait, Sharon. I gave him some
Last
last
week.
week. I gave him some last week. Now we every other month, whether you need it or not. Ain't nothing else going on in this house till Memorial Day. Now we did it for Easter. We did it for Easter because it's got to be a holiday in that month. We did it for Easter. The next holiday is Memorial Day.
My 2 sons and my daughter, they are.
He's serious. He don't like to talk about this nasty stuff. I do.
I know she gonna do what she do.
I do.
And I know, and that's good. But anyway, they're in the supply chain. One's in the medical field, and one delivers medical equipment. As a matter of fact, he had to be quarantined for a little bit. Okay, but he's good now. He said he'll be back to work Wednesday. Okay, and my other son works at Costco's out in California. Hey. Thank you. I'm very proud of you, but I say to them all, stay safe. Be masked up, be gloved up, be even with the queens. If you don't have a biohazard suit, make one, okay?
Yeah, y'all know the biohazard suit is just 2 garbage bags, heavy-duty garbage bag, one on the bottom, tuck it into your waist, one on the top, draw it over your head and have it surround your head. Just make a little hole in it so it can go around your head, your glasses, your mask. If you don't have a mask, put your husband or your man's drawers across your face, and some Kotex or some panty liners or Depends brief. Put that on your face and go on up out of here, and don't stay out there long, because that canola, let me tell you about that canola. That canola lurking around the corners and things. Just like we can't be sitting up here having all that sex and stuff. Because that canola might be on something. It might be on something. I even got my beavers and rabbits and anacondas. I got masks on too. I meant to bring my beaver out here and show y'all. It got a mask on too. I ain't trusting nobody. A lot of them bitches in my drawer dead. I killed them.
You gotta remember, folks, a lot of these are just jokes, okay? So if y'all offended, turn your damn thing off.
Yeah, go on someplace. Yeah, that canola, Denise, that canola around this corner, girl. I don't trust that canola. Because you think yeah, Tom, heavy duty panty lines. I got something left over from my mama when she was sick. She passed a few years ago. I got some leftover brief from her. I'll put a brief on my head in a minute, and I don't give a hootie booty. I don't care who laughing and looking.
We're gonna get through this,
We're gonna
okay?
get through it. I just wish we hurry get through it because it's taking too long. I'm ready to go someplace. I'm ready to hit the stage. I can't get on the stage and tell no joke, but I wrote a whole bunch of canola jokes. I got some canola jokes.
And they'll be good ones too. But we will get through this, and we'll get through this together. But again, don't be foolish, okay? But again, you can't legislate what people do.
Because they say they're arresting young folks. Young folks is out here partying and carrying on like ain't no canola virus out there. Young folks think they're
invincible. And
Yeah,
if I was 23 instead of 73, I might be out there with them, okay?
Yeah, but then you be taking that stuff back to your family.
Well, you're not thinking about that, okay? Only thing you're thinking about is having a good time,
Well, they
okay?
need to stop. If I was a mama, I'd go out there and drag. No, I ain't going out there.
No, right, I know.
If they out there, they can't come back to my house. Go on, sleep under the bridge someplace, because you can't come back here with that canola on you. You can't come back with that canola on you. So
Yes.
go on, don't come back. Them young folks is out there. Them young folks is out there partying, and they arresting them. I don't know. Anybody on here know if Toledo has a curfew? Do we have a curfew?
Not to my knowledge, but again, they
So
don't.
why are they arresting them?
They don't want to. I don't think they want to arrest people. They want you to stay with the distance and whatever. But again, people are going to do what they're going to do.
And you don't
okay?
want to get arrested round now because they're going to throw you up in the jail cell with somebody got canola. And then you going to get canola. Because they ain't got no individual private cells in jail. Ain't no private cell.
Well, again,
You ain't got like your own room.
Usually we say
Keep your ass out of there. Keep your ass home.
Usually we say with age comes wisdom, okay? But people are people. And if you want to drive yourself completely nuts, try to figure out why people do or say what they do or say, Simple answer.
Tom,
They're people.
Are you saying they're talking about you mean 1 o'clock? Is that a curfew, 1 o'clock, or you talking about something else? Because I've been on so many topics, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
What you answering me back? Because I go one thing to the next.
Yeah, right.
I cut my husband off so many times when we talking, because if something pops in my brain, I got to get it out right then. I can't wait because I'll forget it. Just like on this Facebook Live, I done forgot a couple things that he had to remind me, because if he cut me off, I don't know what I was saying.
She'll forget everything except
What? See how they forgot that?
a grudge. But no, she's getting better. No, seriously, as we said a little earlier, she's getting really
I'm getting better. Yeah,
okay, and I salute the queen. Okay,
I forget. I can't remember shit except a grudge, and I'm getting better with that.
No question. Because again, and sometimes it takes.
Okay, Tom. Thanks, baby.
Okay. Sometimes it takes a situation like this, a very serious situation, for us to put aside some of our differences and reach out to people that we love and we care about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat that again about we as grandparents, when we reach out to our grandchildren or even our adult children, okay, you don't have to try to heal all wounds from 40 years ago, but just say, yeah, we're good here. Okay, we're doing okay.
Yeah, just let us know you're doing good.
Right, that's all that we want to know.
Wait, look what Sharon's saying. I posted about because she a Belcher's bomber.
Okay, for a 24-year-old this morning, and he was acting stupid at 4 a.m.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Sharon. They out there acting a fool, knowing this virus is out here. There ain't none in them damn streets past about what. Well, you shouldn't be nothing out there right now. But before the canola, you shouldn't be out there late like that. Love y'all so much, my auntie and uncle. Hey, baby, Latasha. Latasha, did you see that? Did you see that post I put on your page this morning? Every time they do this credit card commercial, there's a young man on the commercial on TV that looks just like your daddy. And I say, next time I see that man on the commercial, I'm going to take a picture of the TV. I took a picture of the TV. And I sent it to you earlier today. So hopefully you see it. You have to leave it up there because it might not even look like your daddy to you, but he looked like Jesse to me. Because Jesse, that Jesse was cute. He was cute. He was always cute, but he was younger.
Speaking
your daddy
of,
was younger. Jesse called me.
The saxophone guy.
Yeah. I'm going to get on my sax. One day I'm going to come on here, y'all, and I'm going to practice my sax. Now, I'm probably the same as I was last year because so much been going on. I just ain't had time to practice, but I'm going to get back on my saxophone because I love that horn. My daddy.
Yes, she comes from a family of musicians.
Baby.
Okay.
Yes, he did. I'm glad you thought so. Yeah,
Okay.
I come from a family of musicians. My mama was a singer. My daddy was a renowned saxophone player. He played with Count Basie, Duke Ellington, and all them guys that used to come through Toledo because he was in the union, the musicians union. So when they needed a saxophone player, I guess they knew about my daddy, or he would raise his hand, or whatever he did, and go out there and blow that horn.
And your daddy's name?
And my daddy's name is Earlean Mack Sr. And he could play that horn, but I got so tired of hearing that horn when I was growing up. All I heard was the scales. No, 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 no. I got so tired of hearing that shit coming home from school till I just didn't have it. But it's down in my crawl space. That saxophone is down in my crawl space, y'all. Y'all know where my crawl space is. I would get up and show it to you, but it's that little part down there below your stomach, that little ledge right there. That's my crawl space. But that sax is down in my crawl space, and I'm going to learn that sax before I leave up out of here. Now, I know I play my scales, but I don't know how to play nothing but Happy Birthday, a whole song. Hey, where did you get those glasses, girl? This Dollar Tree stuff. Y'all know I don't pay a lot for nothing. My dad always said nothing good happens after midnight. My husband says that too, Tom. Unless you out there with your spouse, ain't nothing out there for you, especially if you a married person. You out there past 12 o'clock and your spouse ain't with you. You into something you ain't supposed to be into, in my humble opinion. Because my husband ain't going to be out there by himself without me, and I ain't going to be out there by myself. Especially now, I ain't going to be nowhere but in this house. I go from the living room to the bathroom to the sunroom to the sunboard to the basement to the kitchen. To the kitchen. I go to the kitchen, but I'm going to have to stay out that kitchen because that kitchen is some trouble up in there.
No, the queen prepares a lot of nutritious meals. We eat salads usually every day.
Oh,
okay.
I know you. Look, Latasha. Latasha, that's Jesse's daughter. She said she was annoyed too. I know you was hearing all that old blowing all day. It didn't sound like nothing as kids, did it, Latasha? It just sounded like noise. I come home every day from school and I'm hearing that noise, walking down the street, I'm like, damn.
Okay, mother is a necessity of invention. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Necessity is the mother of invention, okay? And I've been saying this about how folks have come up with really creative ideas to either make masks, either make these equipment that they need and all that stuff.
Yeah, they make them out of pop bottles, a shield. I seen somebody make a shield, that plastic shield that go around your face, out of a pop, a 2-liter pop bottle. Cut that top off, and that thing will come around your face. I seen that on there. People, noisy.
But what I was going to say about the Queen and also, what'd you say, Latasha, that heard all this noise from y'all's dads when they were playing their instruments, they make things called earplugs.
Look, it wasn't no such things as no earplugs when I was coming up because I was poor.
Stick a sock in your ear.
I didn't think that quick. I was a child. I was poor, Latasha.
You didn't have no socks?
We didn't have no. We had socks. Okay, I was so poor in the wintertime, we wore socks for gloves. On our hands. That's how poor we was. So my husband sitting up there talking about earplug. Now, see, my husband grew up. He wasn't hungry growing up like us Max was. We was hungry as little mother buckets. We was hungry. He talking about as a kid, he ate steaks and eggs and all that stuff. We didn't have that. We had welfare eggs, welfare peanut butter, welfare cheese, welfare powdered milk. We was poor.
Now the Belcher'S
we didn't have no earplugs.
Hold on a second, Queen.
Now there you go, Tom. Now I'm talking about fingers.
Put your fingers
in your ears. In your ear. I didn't think that.
The Belcher'S had pork and gravy. We had powdered milk.
Yeah,
we had welfare government cheese.
Yeah, we had government cheese.
We had the peanut butter with the oil at the top of the thing.
Y'all had that. Did y'all have all that welfare stuff?
You better believe it, okay? And I was the guy who made the pork and gravy
y'all had something from the 15th to the 30th. Now, from the 1st to the 15th, we had all that pork and gravy and peanut butter with the oil on the top and oatmeal. We had all that stuff and all that. But come the 15th of the month, there was 8 children in my house. Yeah. It wasn't a pork and gravy, cheese, government peanut butter, nothing left. By the 15th to the 30th, we was walking around like little children, begging people to please give us something to eat. I know that's right. Yeah. All I had was my fingers. I didn't even think of that.
Okay,
government cheese, Denise.
That's why my wife stocks up on things right now.
Yeah, and don't tell them what I got.
No.
Don't tell them what I got, because you tell these people I got more than 5 rolls of toilet paper, somebody might break in my house. And I'm going to have to shoot and kill somebody, because ain't nobody going to come in here and get my toilet paper. No, I got to have something to wash my ass, because when we was coming up as children, we didn't even have nothing toilet paper. So my brothers and them, I'm telling on them if they on here, would wipe their asses on anything and throw it up in the corner. They would throw shitty drawers up on the roof and everywhere. You look up on top of our roof, be shitty drawers up there. Nasty asses. They know it's the truth. If they on here, Earl and them on here, they know I'm telling the truth. That's why I got a thing for toilet paper. I'm not running out of toilet paper. Hell to the no, because I'm not wiping my ass on no sock.
That's why she is.
Bye, Latasha, baby.
That's why she's the queen of my heart and other parts.
Anywho, we're going to close this because we're coming up on too long.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I agree. And again,
I think I didn't say everything I needed to say.
Yeah, for now, she was on the road. Okay?
See how fast I talk, because my brain is on overload. I got to get that shit out before I forget it.
Just remember, we were trying to bring in a little levity.
Thank you, Jackie.
To help us get through this bad period right here.
And all we got to say is what? Be safe, stay home, wash your hands. Anything else, Steve?
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to end with something that my brother Ron said to me, who passed away last week, okay? Ron taught me this, okay? Ron would say to me, remember, Den, live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, and leave the rest to God, okay? Take it for what it's worth, all right? If it helped you, fine. If it ain't your cup of tea, then don't worry about it, okay? But remember, we love each and every one of you guys out
And
there.
we love y'all to life.
Absolutely.
And we also love ourselves to life.
Absolutely.
And please, because on the next Chatting with the Belcher's, I want all you guys to be on here. I don't want to hear that somebody didn't crossed over and then left this planet, because I just can't take no more death. It's just too much death going on all around us. We're not used to all of this here.
Right.
So y'all just be kind and, know that we love you and
we care about you.
Yeah, we
okay?
care about you, and we want to see you
Right.
as these days go by. We're going to get through this
Absolutely.
one day at a time.
We'll get through it together. And
Yes.
again, remember, reach out to loved ones, people that you care about, friends. And also, believe me, when you try to cheer someone else up, no, I do have to say something else. We have a neighbor down the street that's an elderly lady, okay? And she's a dear lady. She inspires me, okay? And I buzzed her up yesterday, and she's dealing with some stuff, But I tried to get her to laugh a little bit.
Her son-in-law died from the coronavirus, and her oldest nephew died from the coronavirus, all in a week time. So she's 88.
Yes.
So
and
you guys just
that's a
remember
terrible
Miss
thing.
Loretta, okay?
Right. And that's why you try to... I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, we just have to go.
Okay, we got to go. Hey, we love each and every one of you. Be kind to each other out
All
there.
right.
And you folks that get in the service supply line and anything, thumbs up from the DB.
All right, we gone.
Okay? All right. Love you guys. Take
Thank
care.
you for joining in. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're going to put this thing on
YouTube and
and other stuff too.
Okay,
You do
bye,
that.
y'all.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.